pain while you urinate. Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, genital yeast infections in women and men, serious urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, and kidney problems. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have signs of ketoacidosis, which is serious and may lead to death.
I'm in this for my family.
I'm in this for me.
Ask your doctor about Farxiga and learn how you can get it for free. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
What goes around comes around. And as a sport that races in laps, we know that a clean race pays off in the finish. It's why NASCAR commits to green programs and biofuel, like Sunoco Green E15, so we can offset our carbon emissions. We're not going to stop making a difference, and neither should you. Learn how you can help by visiting NASCAR.com/green today.
Winning is everything. You count down the laps. You wait for that moment. Go for the kill. We race to win because second place, not an option.
The Monster Energy Series from Michigan. Coverage begins Sunday at 2 Eastern on FS1.
What if I told you second place is the first loser? What if I told you if you're not first, you're last? What if I told you I've run out of second place cliches? Would you believe it? For the 22 car in the Xfinity Series, 46 long races and 9 second place finishes had passed without a win, and it wasn't going unnoticed.
It's been a long time since they've been to victory lane.
Unfortunately, a lot of disappointment.
Not good news for the 22 team.
But last Saturday, with Brad Keselowski behind the wheel, the 22 car finally found itself in victory lane, and for some reason, people made a big deal about it.
46 races. 46! It seems like Brad, Joey, and now even Ryan were always winning in the Monster Energy Cup Series, but they couldn't get it done in Xfinity. Chumps!
Hey, y'all are changing my voice for this, right?
It's a little surreal. I'm talking to Ryan Blaney at Victory Lane.
So you mean to tell me there were 46 races in the 22 team, they never got to victory lane, but the first time Ryan Blaney's there to do the winter interview, the streak ended? I have to be honest, that seems a little fishy to me.
Hey, shouldn't it be darker in here?
This is 22 for 22. The streak we made a big deal about because it proved the best drivers with the best equipment doesn't always equal the best results, but now they finally won, so we can stop talking about it. For now.
I'd watch that. I'd watch that show with you guys, Michael and Larry.
Anonymity, and there we were. Did you understand this was going to happen, Larry?
But that's the way my voice sounds normally after the rap party each year. So
the rap party?
Rap party.
Oh, I thought you meant like rap.
No. Nelly's playing at it this year.
WRAP.
Got it. Okay, so let's talk today. Larry, we spoke earlier today, and you said it's time for these Xfinity Series regulars to tighten those belts and start looking ahead to the postseason.
Well, when this checkered flag waves today, we are halfway to the playoffs. 13 down, 13 to go. And think about some of these tracks they're headed to in this next run. They go back to Daytona. 3 short tracks, including Iowa next week. 3 road courses. It's time they start putting more playoff points in their playoff point bucket. Only 6 drivers have scored playoff points. Justin Allgaier leading the group with 7. So they need more playoff points in their little bucket.
Yeah, most of their buckets are empty. And
luggage, right? You call it luggage.
That's right. You take those things all the way to Miami. It's amazing. Elliott Sadler, he's got to go to victory lane. Brandon Jones is another guy. He needs to get that box checked. And just think of the host of rookies that we have that are so fast, but we got to get playoff points. We got to win races.
Playoff points and victories, as we only have 2 Xfinity Series regulars who have won this season. Now, one driver who knows how to go really fast at this track is Austin Dillon. He is a 2-time Michigan pole winner in the Xfinity Series, and today he's going to be up in the booth calling the race. Here is Dillon and Adam Alexander with what you should watch for.
Shannon, for the first time, 2013 Xfinity champ Austin Dillon going to be with us in the booth. You've been with us in studio. What do you think about calling a race?
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited, and it's something different that I'm not used to, so I'm looking forward to it.
You know, golf is big this week on Fox and FS1, so I wanted to give the ultimate Xfinity foursome when it comes to Michigan. You got Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Paul Menard, and Denny Hamlin. For KB and BK, they've won here twice and combined to lead over 300 laps. Both Menard and Hamlin have a win here and have been out front for 70 circuits. When you look at that group, who do you like today?
Well, I want to see who tees off first, but I'm going to go with my teammate, Paul Menard. He looked good yesterday in practice on the long run, so, but I always want to see who finishes the putt.
You're keeping it in the family. And you know one guy that can never finish the putt? Michael Waltrip. He won here in 2002, but he didn't make our Xfinity foursome, Shannon.
Ouch. You got to go up there with him. Okay, let's rewind the clock. It was 2002. Tom Brady, Kobe Bryant, Tiger Woods were at the top of their game, and so was our partner here, Michael Waltrip. 39 years old, Mikey. You know that you still hold the record as the oldest Xfinity Series winner in Michigan?
So 15 years ago, you were already old.
Yeah, so just think what that makes me now. But when you come to Michigan, and that's how I know how important a win is here for these guys, this is a big place. This is where you want to show off. Get that speed up to 200 miles an hour. Get the checker flag. Don't worry about how narrow the groove is. Run up high. Do whatever you got to do to get the checker.
All kidding aside, though, the man has 2 Daytona 500 wins. He's a winner in the Truck Series. He has 15 poles and 11 wins in Xfinity Series. He's won in pretty much everything he's driven.
And if it weren't for Ernie Irvin, I would have more, too. He always used to beat me.
punchline? You're being nice now?
I shoved him down, and then I lifted him back.
Oh, brought me right back up.
Okay, still to come. William Byron takes our Chris Neville for a ride and discusses possibly taking over for Dale Earnhardt Jr. It is just around the turn here on FS1.
The earth shakes. The crowd roars. Then 10,000 horses launch forward at 300 miles per hour. When you race side by side on a rocket bound for glory, victory is measured in a heartbeat. NHRA Thunder Valley Nationals, Sunday at 6:30 Eastern on FS1.
Hey, hey, hey! That one right there. All right. Mother witness here. Baby, I'm on the right track. Hey! I am what I am. I can be what I want to be. I can do what I want to do.
For those who create their own path, always unstoppable.
It's here.
Best of the bigs come to battle. The MLB All-Star Game, July 11th on Fox.
My 5 hour is my motivation.
My 5 hour keeps me cooking. My 5 hour energizes my workout.
My 5 hour keeps me on the trail.
My 5 hour gets me through finals.
My 5 hour helps me keep up with these guys.
What's your 5 hour?
What's your 5 hour?
What's your 5 hour?
Yikes. Is that your credit score?
Yeah. My credit score's not so great, but it's a lot better than it used to be. And at least I'm actually doing something about it.
Credit Karma. Get knowing. The best tour of Italy is the one you create at Olive Garden. Create your own tour of Italy starting at $12.99. Choose 3 of 9 of your favorites and have everything you love all on one plate. Create your own tour of Italy for a limited time only at Olive Garden.
Welcome back to Michigan International Speedway. The Xfinity Series getting ready to start here. It is a little overcast out there, but that guy's not, it's not too cloudy for him. Third rolling off today.
Best starting position of 2017. He has had speed the entire weekend.
Absolutely, second in points. And there's Denny Hamlin making an appearance here in the Xfinity Series.
Just popped out of his Monster Energy Cup car, heading over and trying to get another win here at Michigan. He said he really likes the way this Hisense Toyota is running. A lot of confidence from Hamlin.
He will start 5th.
Well, Brad Keselowski going to try to go back-to-back and get that 22 car to victory lane again like he did at Pocono last. He scored more points than anybody else. William Byron, he continues to lead the
He's a
Xfinity
hometown
Series
boy.
with
He
the
wants
year
to win here
points.
more than anything. Not Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, that is.
Hard to believe this is only his 4th start in the Xfinity Series this year.
Fourth start for Kyle Busch, limited the number of races that Cup drivers can do. And so, yeah, we're seeing a rare appearance.
Here's Cole Custer. He's one of 6 rookies starting inside the top 16. That tells you how impressive the youth movement here is in the Xfinity Series.
He's come on really strong in the last 3 weeks as well. Really, really good finishes.
Yeah, he scored more points than anybody else. William Byron, he continues to lead the Xfinity Series Rookie of the Year points battle. Needs to get back on track, though, where he was when the year started.
Yeah, I tell you, Larry, he started the season really strong, but then here comes Cole Custer, here comes Daniel Hemrick, and Matt Tiff now, a rookie who has 3 top 10s in his last 4 starts. They're all hitting their stride.
A lot of youth, a lot of potential. Okay, so when you are in college, it feels like those 4 or 5 or 6 for some will never end. But looking back, you realize just how fast they really went. And for 19-year-old William Byron, life in the college fast lane has 2 meanings, as he demonstrates with our Chris Neville.
You want to show me around? Yeah, sure. These go-karts are really fast. I hope you can keep up with me. Do you think you can? I'll give it a try, man. Blood is running, heart is pumping, as the battle gets closer. Woo, that was awesome. What do you think? I think I need to keep my day job.
Last year you had 7 wins in the Truck Series. What do you think the biggest challenge has been this year trying to find victory lane?
Probably the biggest challenge is just learning a new team and kind of adapting to the new environment. We're still working in that area to make sure we communicate the right way and make the most out of each other, and then racing against the Cup drivers on a regular basis. I mean, last year we had races with them, but it wasn't consistent like it is now. So it's a good thing to learn from, and it's making me a lot better.
So late last summer, you signed with Hendrick Motorsport, and that gave you this access to the best drivers in the business, Jimmy Johnson, Dale Earnhardt Jr. What's that been like?
It's a surreal experience. It's something that is a huge privilege. There's been a lot of different advice given, and just understanding the big picture and how to build on what's going on each week. That's the biggest piece of advice I've learned. As far as technical things, just learning from like Talladega and Daytona, and learning from Jimmy at a place like Dover that he has dominated. Learning those things in the simulator with those guys has really helped me.
Dale's going to retire at the end of this year, and there's a lot of names that are part of that conversation that might take over the 88. Yours is one of them. What's that like?
It's a crazy experience to be considered. I think it's something that I really put trust and confidence in Hendrick Motorsports to make the right decisions, and I know that I want to be there for the long haul. So whenever that opportunity comes, I'm going to be ready for it. The coolest thing is just to have my name be a part of that discussion. It shows the honor and respect that I've earned in the racing industry so far, and that's really means a lot to me. So I think to build on what I've been trying to do and win championships and be able to prove people right.
Yeah, so a bit of a roller coaster season for William Byron so far, but it looks like it could be on the upswing for him. You know, when you talk about his name, Michael, being in the mix for that 88 car next season, what does he have to show Rick Hendrick in order for that to potentially become a reality?
The same thing that Eric Jones and Daniel Suarez did 1 year ago. Those guys showed Coach Gibbs they were ready to roll by winning races. Remember the dramatic last lap pass by Suarez right here to get to victory lane? Went on to win the championship. Eric Jones won 4 races last year in the Xfinity Series. You talked about the regulars getting their seatbelts tight and going. That's what those guys did a year ago. Which rookie will step up and do that this year, and will that land them in Cup like it did those 2 last year?
Yeah, there's no question William Byron would represent Hendrick Motorsports and that 88 team and the sponsors as good as anybody, but he's 19 years old. His first time to race an Xfinity Series car was Daytona back in February. Let's go back to 2014. Chase Elliott was a rookie in the Xfinity Series. He won some tough races. He won at Darlington. He won the championship. He still needed another year in the Xfinity Series, in my book, before he was ready for that 24 car. I just think to put William Byron in that 88 car next year. I just think it's pushing him way too fast.
But I'm not going to make that decision yet. He
Yeah.
performs throughout the summer, wins races, I'll move him over.
Who are some of the other young guys that have really stepped up and impressed you this season?
Well, Daniel Hemrick in that 21 car driving for Richard Childress Racing, really his only two blemishes was the DNFs at Daytona and Talladega. He is fast every week. He's really gelled well with Danny Stockman, his crew chief, and I just like what he's done. A lot like William Byron. His first start in Xfinity Series car was Daytona back in February.
I like the third place guy in the standings, Cole Custer. He's shown speed in everything he's been in ever since he showed up. He's gotten better and better this year in the Xfinity Series. I think Cole Custer could be a player for victories this season.
I'll almost guarantee you one or two of those rookies will win a race before this year's.
And I'll guarantee you that, well, I won't guarantee you, it might be next weekend.
Next weekend. Yeah, I mean, that's, well, there's all Xfinity Series regulars in that race next weekend, obviously with Sonoma being on the Cup side. And speaking of next weekend, this is our last weekend together here in the Hollywood Hotel. I've had so much fun hanging out with you guys.
It has been a blast. It has flown by.
And thank you guys for being here with us every week. Group hug. We'll do it once I throw to break. All right. Happy Father's Day to the both of you guys. And I'm going to send you upstairs to call the race with the guys.
Love it.
Okay. And coming up, okay, we are seeing maize and blue everywhere. Of course, we're in Michigan. So hail to the victors with a Where's Wallace Wolverine style coming up next. Oh, look at that.
This magic moment, so different and so